Alright, well, I just got done this. How many cars do I have? Ah, right, well, there's an idea. Hey guys, HippieHolo1 here. Welcome back to another video, and today, we have a lot of stuff. So, I decided, after pulling out most of my cars, or what I thought was most of my cars, to, run that last train, in my Santa Fe video, which, by the way, this is the third video I'm filming today, so if you can't tell I'm bored, I'm bored. Yay, viruses. I kid. I want this thing to end so I can go see friends. Anyway. Yup. So, turns out I have a lot more stuff than I thought I did. I started taking it all out. I was like, oh, I have a lot of stuff. This might take a couple minutes. Here I am, like, 25 minutes later, and I finally got all my stuff out. And most of it was already out because, like, half of this was already on the layout. And by the way, if you can figure out my organization structure, you are wrong. There is no organization structure. I literally just pulled all the stuff out, put it on the ground, and here we go. So I'm just going to kind of briefly go through it all and then hit some highlights. So starting all the way over here on the left, we have the Department 56 train, which, by the way, anything you see that's upright is because it either has a live load or it just will not sit on its side. So there's the Department 56 train. Here's my pre-war stuff. I do not have the blue passenger cars out. I didn't feel like digging through the box to get those. Then I have my pre-war freight cars. I have some of my cabooses. Here's the train I normally run with the 2035. Here's the train I normally run with the switcher, except the caboose is over here. So like I said, there's really no organizational structure. There's my Santa Fe boxcar that has rail sounds in it, that I used to run all the time before I really stopped caring about rail sounds. I have two rotary beacon cars, a operating log car. One of these cars is a helicopter launch car, and the other one's a satellite launch car. I do have the helicopter and the satellite, I just didn't bring them out. I do have the rocket out for the rocket launching car. Here's one of the two coal hoppers I have, the other one's over there. Or gondolas, sorry. I do have a hopper, that's somewhere, oh there it is. There's the hopper. I have a flat car with Corvettes, and flat car with tanks, and I like the mail car. I like the red, white, and blue mail cars. I have an exploding boxcar that's supposed to go with the rocket car. That's a lot of fun. I have an operating milk car, an operating coal car. I have that thing that always comes uncoupled. This is the only car I've ever, other than the scale Pennsylvania hopper, this is the only car that I've bought. So that brown hopper and this depressed flat are the only two cars I've ever bought with my own money. Everything else I was either given or gifted, which I guess could be 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other, but you know. Anyway, so going on, we have some of the modern era stuff, but I don't entirely know what to call that. It's a bulkhead flat with open ends and spikes. So boxcars, another flat car, a gondola there. Here I have my passenger cars. I got the Madison cars here, and the Silver Streamliners that are post-war. And then I have the modern era, kind of quote-unquote modern era, the scale stuff, which I only have 3 of. I have I have 2 Pennsylvania hoppers, one 4-bay, which I'm assuming, I think it's an H21A, and then I have this 2-bay, which I don't know the classification for, and then I have a Reading drop-end gone. So those are, well, I lie. I have more. Here's all the Polar, well, here's all but 2 of the Polar Express passenger cars that I have. The other 2 are in a box somewhere that I wasn't going to dig out because I spent 25 minutes bent over under my platform, and I really didn't want to spend any more time there. Alright, so now my locomotives. Or I guess my motive power. So down here I have 2 little trolleys. One of them is fully restored. One of them is less fully the And then I have this little gang car here. The these are a lot of fun to run. Oh, and if anybody can explain this to me, please do. So this is what they usually look like. They have this little gap thing. But if you look at that plate on the inside, it's completely flat. There's no little dip going down. So I originally thought that this one just had those little end bumpers broken off, but this has the ends bent down. They're both number 60s. So I don't entirely know. If somebody could take a guess, or if somebody knows, please put it in the comments, because I'd really like to know that. And then the gang car has a little guy that spins around. So, yeah. Behind that, I've got the Reading T1. Beautiful locomotive. Biggest one I own, as you can tell with the rest of my stuff. Directly behind that is the Lionel Legacy 10th Anniversary Polar Express. My camera is throwing a fit. Very pretty train. Behind that is the Atlantic Coastline GP7, which I have not featured in any of my videos yet. Next to it is, well, I guess next to and below is the GG1 that I fully restored, that I love so very much. Then there's the Erie Switcher, which was the first video I did today. And then there's the Santa Fe F3, which is the second video I did today. This is the third. Here is the 2035. Very pretty train. Right here is Pennsylvania Flyer set locomotive, number 1645. Very nice running train. Behind that is the 2026. This was the first locomotive I was ever given. It has seen a lot of abuse, because I think I got this when I was in first grade. So, it's seen a lot. This was the first engine I tried to put TMCC in. If you saw my switcher video, you'll know I mentioned that I tried to put TMCC in a steam locomotive first. This is the one I tried to put it in. It suffered. I'm eventually going to go in and fix it. But, it runs fine. It just, the E-unit the E-unit's not too happy and the light's broken, but you know, I can fix that. Here's the Department 56 Hudson. Again, a very nice locomotive. Here's my pre-war. It is a 249E without an E-unit. Don't know why. And then here is the 1666. Ignoring the fact that it has 3 6s in the number, it's a very nice locomotive. And then my passenger cars. So, yeah, now to hit some other highlights. So, of my entire collection, I know for a fact what the newest thing is, in terms of when it was produced. I do not actually know what the oldest is. So this is the newest. The Lionel 10th Anniversary Polar Express that was made in, I think, 2014? Can't remember exactly. But it was either 2014 or 2015. Can't remember. The oldest, I think, is the 249E. I think. In my entire collection, that's the oldest locomotive I own. The oldest thing I own, I think, is either this caboose or that tanker. I think. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I have a lot of stuff, and I don't run through it all regularly enough to check all the years that they were produced. But of all of this, it's hard to pick a favorite. It's very difficult to pick a favorite. Especially with that GG1 being basically my child. Because I had to bring that thing back from the dead. It was rough. But I'm going to exclude that because, like I said, that thing's basically my child. Of all of this, my favorite train, like my favorite locomotive, is probably the Reading T1. A very, very, very close second is the Polar Express. These are all lovely trains, and I really, really enjoy running them. It's like trying to pick a favorite child. But I have to say that the T1, I love the T1. Not only is it the newest thing that I have in my collection, other than the that hopper, but it is a beautiful train, and it runs great. It just needs a new smoke unit, which I'm getting. But of the cars that I own, it's an easy pick. The Madison cars are my favorite piece of rolling stock. Well, I'm probably titling this video my Lionel Collection, so I kind of have to include these two things. So there's this, which I was just given. The engine doesn't run, but the cars are nice. And then I have this, which is beautiful. Runs great, and looks even better. So yeah, I kind of have to include those because those are also Lionel. Also, everything you see here is in fact Lionel, except for one thing. This Corvette flat car is MTH. But other than that, everything is Lionel. So I guess this is technically my Lionel collection and one MTH item, because that's the only MTH item that I own. Yeah, so now comes the fun part, where I get to slowly put everything back away. But the reason it's going to be fun is because I'm going to run everything down here. So everything you see here will have at least some part in this video. Now, if there's anything you want me to focus on in its own video, let me know in the comments. I love doing these videos, and I like talking about my trains, but I don't know what you guys want. So if you guys want to see anything, let me know. And if it's not already on my channel, I'll make a new video. If it's an old video that I've already done, I'll remake it, because I need to work on that. So here we go with a ton of running stuff. It has been wounded. So again, if you guys want to see any of these locomotives, like up close and personal, in a video, just let me know in the comments, and I would be more than happy to. All those trains that you saw next to my platform are either under here or on my layout, which the Polar Express right now is holding up my felt so I can do this shot. But yeah, it's amazing how much stuff you can fit in a space when it's all packed up correctly. So there you have it. What you have seen in this video is my entire Lionel collection as of 2020. It'll probably get bigger. Definitely gonna get more scale cars. I definitely need a caboose, and I learned I like flat cars by doing this video. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and I am CW Hollow 1, and have a good day, or maybe good night in your case. See ya.